What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and I have the best solo build to defeat the 7-star Porygon 2 raid for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The raid literally just came out, and you have about 2 weeks to do the raid. It ends on June 14th. But hey, you want to celebrate the Switch 2? Get a Porygon 2. Also, you can shiny hunt these and mass outbreaks around the game. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Support the channel, become a PanFro Games channel member, and let's dive in. So this Porygon 2 is Terra Normal, and it has the moves Tri Attack, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. And it uses Trick Room on turn 0 and Discharge later in the raid. So pretty much this Pokemon is not really a threat. It does, have good bulk in general, and it does have big shields on it too. However, you can definitely crush through it with fighting type Pokemon. And you don't really have to worry about Psychic too much because it's not a stab boosted move. So it is going to do a lot, but it's not stab boosted. And as long as you get enough HP back before it hits you again, you're pretty much going to be good to go. But this is a 7-star raid. You can get calciums, you can get ability patches, and you have a 15% chance of getting Urban Mystica. So it's going to be a really good raid to farm. Probably the best raid to farm we've had in a minute for 7-star raids, which is really cool in general. So I have 2 amazing raid builds that anyone can use to defeat this raid. And honestly, they're the 2 you would probably expect, but here's how you build them. So Annihilate's really good because you're fighting and go, stab super effective, and you're immune to normal, which is really nice. And you're going to have Terra fighting. Now, the held item is going to be Metronome. Now, Metronome is going to do more damage every time you use it. It's going to cap at 5 times, essentially giving you a 10% boost like every single time, stacking on top of it. So an additional 50% damage, which is absolutely massive. Now, you're going to want to have max attack, adamant nature, ideally max special defense, but I did it with max HP in my video. So max HP works perfectly fine. You want to have the ability Defiant because you will be getting hit by Psychic. And if you do get hit by Psychic, your special defense stat will drop by 1, but your physical attack stat will go up by 2, meaning you're going to do a lot more damage. Now, Psychic only has a 10% chance of doing that to you, so just keep that in mind. Now, the moves you really need is just Drain Punch and Focus Energy. And how you're going to run this is turn 1, you're going to hit Focus Energy, and then for the rest of the raid, you're going to hit Drain Punch. And that's it. That's the entire raid. Now, if you do happen to die, you will need to put back Focus Energy. Keep in mind that Focus Energy does not get wiped when abilities and stat buffs are removed. It's a different category. So you don't have to worry about it there. But a perfect raid for this is turn 1, Focus Energy, whatever amount of turns it takes you to win, Drain Punch. Focus Energy will give you a 50% chance of hitting a critical hit, which is going to definitely happen a decent amount of times. And even a max HP Annihilate takes about 50% damage from a Psychic. And then with those Drain Punches, you can heal back to full consistently. And then you Terra Fighting, and the raid's pretty much just over at that fight at that point. Now, if you don't have an Annihilate for some reason, even though it is in the base game, it is in Kitakami as a wild spawn too, I had really good success with Iron Hands with the Terra Fighting and the item Scope Lens. Now, the fun fact about the Iron Hands is actually slower than Porygon 2. So when he does set up the Trick Room in the beginning, you actually still outspeed it, which is really funny. Now, Iron Hands works, but you have to be max special defense for this to work. Max HP will not be able to do it. You need max special defense, max attack, adamant nature, and the exact same build is just going to be Focus Energy, turn 1, and then you're going to go for Drain Punch and just win the raid like that. Now, you may have to go for 1 Swords Dance once the shields are broken, because then he's just not going to remove your stats anymore. And the thing is, you are a little bit slower than Annihilate on your clear time, and you do have overall less special defensive bulk than Annihilate. So just keep that in mind. I mean, like a max special defense Iron Hands is barely better. Than Annihilate with 0 special defense investment. So just keep that in mind. I'll definitely say that Annihilate is the better choice, but if you want to run Iron Hands, that is a build to do it. We have a demonstration of Annihilate, so enjoy. All right, so we're going to be soloing the Porygon 2 raid that just dropped out of nowhere with our Annihilate. And I'll say this, you don't need particular allies, but a couple of good ones is going to be Gardevoir, is going to be Belly Bolt. They're going to be pretty good. So turn 0, Porygon is going to be putting up Trick Room, which means he will outspeed us for 5 turns in this raid. Now, I'm going to start the raid off by going for Focus Energy. Now, Focus Energy is a great move because Focus Energy makes it so we have a 50% chance of getting crits. As long as we don't die, the buff stays. Now, at this point, we are going to hit Drain Punch. We're just going to hit Drain Punch And because we have the defense cheer up from a raid ally, we have a 50% bonus. And we are going to get a critical hit. 50% chance of getting a crit every time I'm annihilate, which is really nice. And our HP is going to go up, you know, and keep going up and up because the more times you do Drain Punch in a row, the more damage it does. It stacks 5 times and it maxes at 5. So we're pretty much good to go. Now, Annihilate is also good because we have the ability Defiant. And the Defiant means whenever we get a stat drop, that stat also gets increased. So if Psychic drops our special defense by 1, we actually get a +2 special defense boost. So it's actually sort of nice to get hit by Psychics here. So he is going to steal our orb. That's not going to change our game plan at all. We're just going to sit here and hit the Drain Punch. Now he's going to hit it with a Psychic. No Defiant boost. Now the only thing that's really bad that can happen to us is if he hits with a critical hit. But if he hits with a crit before we Terra, it's not the end of the world. And we need one more Drain Punch before we can pop off. Now his Trick Room is actually about to end really soon, and then we're going to start outspeeding him. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of life back. This actually might be the 5th turn. Okay, so he removes his stuff. So Trick Room is gone now, so we're actually going to outspeed. So we're going to Terra Fighting Drain Punch. And we're going to outspeed him, and we still have those Metronome stacks, and we have a 50% chance of getting a crit, and Restab, super effective Terra Fighting to a normal Pokemon. We're going to do a lot of damage here, so it's going to be really chill and really easy to get through this. So we're just chilling here, and we're going to smack him in the dome, hit him in his duck face. And that's some pretty decent damage right there. Now, that was not a critical hit. But we don't need a crit. We still get nearly full HP from that, which is very nice. And that was a big hit from him. Big hit. That's fine. We've got to keep on doing it. And when we do get a crit, we will get full HP. So that looks like that was a critical hit. Significant more damage. Of course, the more crits you get, the faster the raid gets, which overall makes it super easy in general. But yeah, he's hitting pretty hard. That changes in abilities, so that's fine with me because Metronome is not affected by that. Focus Energy is not affected by that. So we can just keep on hitting Drain Punch and just sort of reliably keep it going full HP once again. So Discharge is going to come hit us. Now, if we do get paralyzed by Discharge, we are going to go for a Heal Cheer. Heal Cheer, luckily, will pretty much heal you to full, considering you've been Drain Punching the entire time. So you'll be able to take the hit. Funny enough, if you have a synchronized partner like Gardevoir or Umbreon, if he does the paralyze and hits one of them, he gets paralyzed. But technically the raid is even easier now because now there's like 30% chance he just can't even attack us. So it's just the raid got safer because he's using Discharge. The big thing is you definitely want to use the PP max on your Drain Punch because, and he got paralyzed, get owned nerd. So yeah, you're going to use PP max on your Drain Punch. You want to have 16 because we're already halfway done. This Porygon is times 25 max HP, but he has a massive Terra Shield. Okay, so we're going to break right through him right here. Okay, we're about to break right through him. Did about 50%. Okay, there we go. So now we're actually going to do even more damage because he has no shields to protect them from the Drain Punch damage. If we get a crit, it's going to do a shit ton of damage. All right, so there we go. So once again, we're going to have that full HP coming in. Negative effects from itself doesn't matter because we don't use Screech on this build. There's no point on using Screech. You could if you want to, but Screech could miss, and I think it's more important to set up with something like a Focus Energy on turn 1. But it's relatively easy now. We're sort of chilling. He's going to hit us twice now, which is a little bit annoying because towards the end of the raid, he'll start doing this. And he got a crit on me, which is very annoying. So that was some bad RNG. But you can definitely see how the raid would go. If he doesn't crit me there, I survive because it's not super effective. And then we just win the raid by hitting Drain Punch. We're just going to keep doing that at this point. But that was unfortunate RNG. But even with terrible RNG, you can still do it. So once again, you're going to want to hit the Focus Energy here because we want to get those crits coming. But even our regular allies are helping. And now we're going to go for Drain Punches. Now, we're not going to get full HP because we don't have all the Metronome boosts. But, I mean, we have critical hits, though. So, you know, the critical hits will make up for the lack of Metronome boost. We'll get a lot of HP back from this. Okay, full HP because of the crit. So, even if you get bad RNG, you can definitely come back from the worst of it and do well, which is really cool. It's always nice to show off, oh, yeah, you can't lose with this build. You can only lose if you don't hit A. So yeah, super easy Annihilate build. Anyone can run this. I personally do think this is the easiest build to run it with, because all I did was hit Focus Energy one time and then Drain Punch the rest of the time. Oh, we get to see the Defiant boost, so there you go. Oh, might see the attack goes up, so we would do more damage, which is really nice. So there you go, super easy. Annihilate is comfy, cozy. Everyone should have an Annihilate. It's in the base game. It's also caught wild in Kitakami if you want to get one there. You can try to shiny hunt one too there as well. Got a guide on that. But don't forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And support the channel. Become a channel member. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.